Hi, it's Ellen Heed,
And Jaya.
and we're the founders of RSVP, where we teach new moms and couples how to end painful sex, restore libido and desire, establish intimacy and connection so they can turn on their love, lust, and life.
We're talking about libido and desire, and today's Valentine's Day, so we thought we'd share a little sexy aphrodisiac chocolate recipe with you.
Chocolate sauce for licking.
Chocolate sauce for licking. So the first ingredient in this is a half a cup of cacao powder.
Raw cacao powder.
Raw cacao powder. You can usually find this at your health food store, or you can check online. If you type in raw cacao powder, I'm sure you'll get all kinds of different things that you can purchase.
Easily available.
What are some of the benefits of cacao?
Well, cacao is known to be an antioxidant. It's good for your cellular health. It's great because it contains a hormone called PEA.
I love PEA.
So what is PEA, Jaya?
PEA is actually the hormone when we fall in love. It makes us feel, you don't want to eat anything, you don't want to sleep, all you can do is think of the other person. But there's certain foods that contain PEA, such as chocolate, very high in PEA, and cheese. Also when you skydive or bungee jump or do something really dangerous, this is why people fall in love when they're in like really dangerous situations, because your body produces high levels of PEA during that time.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Fascinating. So chocolate emulates the feeling of falling in love.
Which is one of the reasons why it's associated with Valentine's Day.
Of course.
Another reason is because it's high in magnesium, which is really good for your heart.
Aha.
So heart health is also associated with chocolate. There's actually 300 different chemicals in chocolate. Another one being anandamide.
Oh, anandamide. That sounds very exotic.
Ananda means bliss. So it's the bliss chemical. It's one of those things that makes you feel really good. Sex or chocolate. Sometimes we choose the chocolate.
Well, sometimes the sex isn't readily available, so we go for the chocolate instead.
Yes. So the next ingredient is another really powerful ingredient, which is 1/4 of a cup of honey.
Raw honey. And raw honey, because the enzymes in raw honey are still active. In honey that is clear, you'll notice raw honey is usually opaque in the jar and a little bit crystalline. Clear honey that flows easily has typically been heat treated, killing the enzymes in it, and those enzymes are very healthy for digestive processes. They're great for your skin, and since this is chocolate sauce for licking, that honey's going to be all over your skin. I've known people who suffered grave physical harm, terrible abrasions, who used honey as a
topical?
A topical on top of those abrasions, and what they end up with is really fast healing with very little scar tissue. So the enzymes in honey are very helpful for skin health. And what's the next ingredient?
The next ingredient is 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil, probably one of my all-time favorite. I like to have a jar by my bed for lubricants, a jar in my kitchen for recipes, and a jar in my bathroom for my skin. So What are some of the benefits of coconut oil?
Well, coconut oil is a healthy fat, first and foremost. And for women who are in the postpartum period and breastfeeding, they need a diet rich in those healthy fats. And we recommend raw coconut oil because those raw fats have a better uptake in your system than something that's been hydrogenated. Easier and healthier for the cell membrane. The membrane around each and every cell has a fat layer inside of it, and you want to be feeding that cell membrane with healthy raw fats as often as possible. You could use avocado, you could use coconut, you could use for some people raw butter. All of these things are great for building better integrity in the cell wall.
I'm getting hungry, and I'm learning about my cells. So then the next ingredient is maybe a little pinch of sea salt. Sea salt actually helps sort of bind all the flavors together in a really good chocolate bar. Sometimes it's just a little bit salty.
Oh, a little salty. I know
my
it.
mouth is starting to water.
Yeah, yummy. Plus, it's beneficial for the mineral balance in the body. You don't want to forget those all-important electrolytes, and sea salt can help with the electrolyte balance.
Some optional ingredients, bee pollen being one, if you have it available. All these ingredients can be found in a health food store, or you can look online for them. But bee pollen, one of my friends said that bee pollen is actually like the seminal fluid of bees. And I was like, oh, Oh yeah, perfect for my sexy chocolate treats. So sprinkle a little bit of that on top. Cut up some fresh fruit and have that available so you can dip it in. So, you know, think of juicy, like, you know, strawberries are perfect.
Strawberries are the most erotic fruit.
Very erotic. Guys, if you're out there watching this is like a perfect little Valentine's Day for the new moms. You know, whip this up. You just stir all these ingredients. Again, they're half a cup of cacao powder, a fourth of a cup of raw honey, a fourth of a cup of raw coconut oil, a pinch of salt, and then some optional, you might want to get like some fruit and lay it out for her, and then you're just going to drizzle it on her and lick it off. There's some important areas too. Yes, lots of fun.
Important areas where you might want to consider doing your licking are the secondary erogenous zones. So these are places where the skin tends to be thin and tends to be warm. So down the neck, in the sternal notch, in the wrists, in the crook of the elbow, the back of the knee, the inner thigh, and moving upwards. Although we don't recommend putting this in the vagina because of the honey content. It could actually encourage the overgrowth of yeast. So you don't want to put it in the vagina, but what about the clitoris?
You could drizzle a little on there and suck or lick it off.
Yum, yum.
It's a lot of fun. And so this is just a really perfect little treat if you have a babysitter or just that time after your baby goes to sleep at night. You could even get a little blindfold if you want to do a little taboo and, you know, feed your partner with it dipped in the chocolate sauce, lick it off of them. And this is just a really yummy time overall.
Sounds like a good Valentine's date to me.
I think I want to go home and do this now.
Yes.
Yes, in a few days I will be doing this. So I really hope that you've gotten a lot of value out of this. You can visit us at
rsvp.com.
Actually, reclaimsex.com. We want to say rsvp.com all the time, don't we, Ellen?
We do. It's just, that's not it though. It's reclaimsex.com.
RSVP is our program. You can find out more at our site. Until then, go out and claim your love, lust, and life today.